Hello. So, it is time. We've got week 5 of the GSC. It's a lot louder than I kind of expecting. And now it's too quiet? Why did I mess with audio settings when I left it right? No, mind it. Now it definitely is too loud. Okay, so week 5 of the GSC. We are against E-Log and the Pennsylvannia Snoop logs. You can see their team on the screen. They have Melmetal, Slowbro, Horlucha, Dragonite, Galarian Weezing, Amoonguss, Dusknoir, Lycanroc Dusk, Heliolisk, Mega Camerupt, and Greedent. Something that's very apparent about this team, for me, like on space surface, is it's either really slow or it's really fast. Horlucha, obviously, with Terrain, and Misty Seed, or like something like that, can really make itself super fast, and as well as Pokemon like Lycanroc and Heliolisk are very fast. Other than that, Greedent's base 20 speed, Mega Camerupt's base 20 speed, Dusknoir's 45, Amoonguss is 30, and Slowbro is 30, and Melmetal's 34. The only middling speed Pokemon here are Weezing, Galar, and Dragonite. Those are the only kind of middling speed Pokemon, and Dragonite really wants to be a fast Pokemon anyway. So, yeah. Their team is also quite... I also kind of noticed a lot of their team wants to be more physically defensive. Slowbro prefers physically defensive. Galarian Weezing prefers physical defensive. Amoonguss can go either, but prefers physical. Dusknoir really likes to go special, I guess, but, like, not really. The massive physical defense on Melmetal as well, compared to a special defense. A lot more of the Pokemon like to be on the physical defense side. The Melmetal's the big one, really. The Melmetal and the Slowbro and the Galarian Weezing are kind of the big ones, so... Initially, when I looked at the team, I thought it was kind of going to be a fairly decent time. I had to learn what Melmetal actually did, mind you. But after talking with TNT and person in the Discord, I realized that Galarian Weezing ruins me. Initially, I thought, okay, yeah, it's just going to be a defogger and an offensive Pokemon, maybe try and spread some burns, I don't know. Maybe just have neutralizing guts, or just be a Misty Surge setter. So we always have Misty Terrain up, and then that can be utilized with Horlucha, just to try and use that as a late game sweeper. And then we kind of talked about it and realized that if this thing actually goes offensive with Sludge Bomb, or I guess Sludge Wave, Strange Steam, and Flamethrower, it destroys my entire team. He only thought about Strange Steam, Sludge Wave. I thought about Flamethrower as well for like Fortress and Magnezone. I was like, that kind of destroys everything. So we're really hoping for no offensive Galarian Weezing. I'm expecting Galarian Weezing to come regardless. I also will say it right now, out of every single match that I've done between the GSC and the UBL, this is one of my least prepped. I really haven't had a lot of time this week to prep. Therefore, this kind of made this team not great, but it's certainly got some tricks that I think can work. It's also going to look very similar in the Pokemon we're bringing, because we're bringing the same 6 as last week, but they're going to be doing some different things. So to start things off, the first thing I did was say... the first 2 were still decided, kind of same as last week, actually. First one was Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, I saw this team and I went, I want a special Dragon Ball. I really want a special Dragon Ball, at least mixed at worst, but yeah, I really wanted a special Dragon Ball. Draco can really put a dent in this team. There's, like, obviously there's Galarian Weezing, but, like, a Shadow Ball, probably 2-hit KOs, an offensive Weezing, and even, like, a physically defensive one is not going to, like taking 2. Flamethrower's there for Melmetal. Fire Blast was not a one-shot. It was a roll very much not in my favor for a one-shot, so, yeah. This just outspeeds Horlucha as well, and then the bulk's kind of just thrown around wherever. I also just realized I did it again. Life Orb number is not that. It is, we want to make it 319 as a Life Orb number. There we go. Some small optimization, so I take less damage from Life Orb. And then U-turn, obviously, to get out, make sure I can pivot well. So yeah, that's kind of the point of Pull. Pull's going to be one of my main offensive pieces. I'm going to try and use this a lot to kind of dent a lot of this team. Next one is Landorus. Landorus is actually going to be a lot more offensive originally, but then because of Galarian Wheezing kind of destroying my team, I kind of opted to make it more of a bulky defensive set. But the item and special attack kind of, like, don't indicate that, really. Basically, Sand, well, Earth Plate or whatever, Soft Sand or Expert Belt would do this. With this investment, this one-shots a max HP Force Spadef Melmetal. It could be an AV Melmetal that comes, I'm not sure. But this one-shots that. I also wanted to make sure I had Rocks up, mainly for Dragonite, but it also just will help chip down a lot of this team as well. Because I can expect there to be some switching, and making the Regenerator core of Slowbro and Amoonguss a lot weaker, because they take damage on Stealth Rocks, it can be really nice. They have the main defogger being Galarian Wheezing, which was kind of why I thought it would be more of a defensive piece. I guess D-Knight and Toluca can defog, but I don't expect them to. I guess, like, I never really thought about it, but I guess Dragonite can run Boots, but that means it's not running, like, Lum or things like that. Lum or, well, Lum doesn't matter for me. I'm not running any stats this week, but, like, it's not running or it's not running, like a Life Orb, or it's not Scarfed, or something like that. You get the idea. Plus I can just knock it off, because I am running Knockoff, I'm running U-Turn. Originally, it was actually Rock Slide over Knockoff, but when I kind of looked at the calcs again against Dragonite, like, even after Stealth, like, with the offense that I had left over for trying to outspeed the Dragonite and then hit it with Rock Slide, it just couldn't be done. I think Stone Age may have been able to do it, but I thought the bulk was going to be much more useful. And just going for a knockoff on a few of these mons, just get rid of the item, get rid of Black Sludge, get rid of Lefties, get rid of whatever you have. Knocking this off so it doesn't actually hit and burden boosts. Just taking away a lot of these items are going to be nice. And so, as a result, I went minus speed because I looked at the team and I was like, the only way he's actually outspeeding a minus speed Landorus with anything that's relevant. Because otherwise I wouldn't have speed investment whatsoever. Like, it doesn't matter. I guess there's like a neutral speed Dragonite, but like, Dragonite's probably going to be quite fast. And so I just went with slow Landorus. Like, I want the bulk, I want the offense. Like, it needs, like, the speed is something I can sacrifice this week. A modest max speed, Galarian Wheezing outspeeds this now, but I don't expect it. Physically offensive Feeny, we need something to take those, to take that D-Knight. With Surf, Ice Beam, Moonblast, Taunt. This also makes me very confident, like, despite it being, you know, two types that are weak to Amoonguss, I still think this can take on Amoonguss decently well. Again, great for D-Knight. Great for Slowbro, kind of like when we went against Slowking before, where we can taunt it, and then Moonblast it. Except we were a bit more offensive last time, but, you know, I think we can still make use of that. So it can't just teleport out. It's really nice coverage against a lot of the mons, and, like, it's just quite nice in general. I felt the need to bring it this week. Mandibus, same deal. We've got Overcoat because of Amoonguss. Roost Defog, knock off U-Turn. This needed to be my defog because I needed Taunt on Vinny and I needed the rest of the coverage to matter. Again, knocking things off is always going to be good. Getting switch advantage is going to be really nice. And, like, this is probably going to be, as much as I don't like to say it, this is probably going to have to be my switch into Melmetal. If it's carrying Thunder Punch, I'm in a really bad shape. But I think Stab, Double Iron Bash is more powerful anyway. I don't know the calcs on it, but I'm just going to hope that Mandibuzz is the tank that it is and really can make use of, really make use of that bulk and then get us into, just force it away. Just go, get it away. Maybe I could go into Finny, maybe Finny might do enough damage with Surf, but, like, I've got to be sure. Then we've got Florges. Florges just, I need the Wish support. This could be a very long game with Amoonguss and Slowbro, and if it's defensive Galarian Wheezing, I'm going to need the longevity, especially with as many defensive Pokemon as I have. And really there's no reason to go with special defense. I tried looking at if this thing could take like 2 Sludge Bombs for an offensive Weezing. It can't. Or Sludge Waves. It can't. It can't do it reliably. So we've just got to go physically defensive, play for the physical Pokemon like Hawlucha, Dragonite. I don't even know really what they're going to want to bring here, so I'm just trying to covering for the main offensive threats. If you're wondering why I'm not covering for Mega Camerupt, I will surf it. Also, they have brought Trick Room. Obviously, Finny can help with, like, dealing with setup Trick Room. I'm planning on taunting the Slowbro anyway, so, like, if they want to try and cheekily get up Trick Room, I'm just not going to let them. And then we got Mega Medicham. This could have been Magnezone, to maybe deal with the Weezing, but again, Flamethrower. I maybe, like, it would have... The Magnezone would have only been for Weezing. And maybe Melmetal, but Melmetal carries EQ, so no. So, yeah. We've just gone with the... Like, there's no real physical offense on this team, so I felt the need to carry some, and BP High Jump Kick, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, kind of felt like was the right call. Having that priority to maybe finish off with a Hawlucha or a Dragonite sweep would be really nice. High Jump Kick, it will hit like a truck against a lot of things. It will bop Heliolisk, it will bop Lycanroc, even though they've got to switch in to do so. The coverage, Ice Punch for Amoonguss, the double flying here, the Thunder Punch, pretty much just for Slowbro. But I didn't feel like if I carried like Zen Headbutt, I couldn't hit Slowbro whatsoever. Carry Fire Punch, can't hit Slowbro. So I felt the need to have Thunder Punch. So, but that is it. And then just like some bulk spread around where I could. There was nothing really relevant that I could think of to make it worth. This is kind of like I've kind of thrown things together. I've really not only spent maybe an hour and a half on this team total, whereas most teams I spend 3 to 4 hours on, even thinking about it while I'm at work, thinking about what could be done. This one I don't even have any calcs written down. I just have some general idea on what things should be doing. I've got no defensive calcs. I've got no idea really. So I don't really have an idea on what they're gonna bring. So. And it's upsetting that I didn't get to really prep for this one as much as I would have liked to, but I was really busy this week. We are both 3-1. He's like third, like I'm second in the league now somehow with my, because I have a +9 to differential. And they are tied. Well, there's no real ties because there's a player, like there's head-to-head interactions. I can't remember who won the head-to-head interaction between the 2 people below me. But the 2 people below me have also 3-1 and +7 differential, and one of those is Elog, the person we're playing. The other one, was Wally, like, so yeah, like, we're, like, the top 4 right now are all 3-1s, we just have the second best differential, so yeah, but we'll see how the battle goes. I will see you guys in the actual battle. So, let's go to there, shall we? Hello, we are back. Music is all... There we go. So yeah, we should be getting connected with Elog in a sec. There we go, that's our opponent. Let's go. Sorry, I thought I turned up early. Guess I'll save, whatever. GLHF, I can't type. GHSF? Good, have fun. So yeah. I actually turned up a bit early, but they were still ready early, which is cool. So we... Oh, wait, what? They didn't bring, they didn't bring Weezing. They did not bring Weezing. Yo. They brought Dusknoir. This definitely looks like it has a Trick Room mode. There's no Hawlucha as well. So, really, the main sweeper... There's 2 main sweepers here. There's D-Knight and there's Melmetal. Just double check I'm recording. I am. I mean, leading pull is leading pull. There's nothing wrong with it. I've got my damage calc up. I could lead Lando. They don't have a defogger. Getting rocks up this early would be really nice. And I think they might try to read Lando's lead. See, I'm an expert bell. Okay. What is this one? I think that was a read on Lando, on the thingy lead. Would I take a burn on this thing? Really, I just need to hit specially. So I'm just gonna get my rocks up now. The only potential defogger here is D-Knight. Oh, it has Ice Punch. Well, I trade my Lando for getting rocks up. That was not expected. I wasn't expecting Ice Punch just now. Well, okay. Well, I got my rocks up at the least. But my offense has drastically dropped. And I can't go pull, and Medi's not really going to do a lot here. So I guess we've got to play defense. Finny it is. I'm not sure what this Dust Note can really do to me. I kind of want to Moonblast, but I also just kind of, like, cause switch an Ice Beam. Or maybe I'll try to burn. Or, like, taunt it. I'm going to taunt. You know what? I'm going to taunt. That's crazy that just, like, destroyed my face. Alright, stays in. It goes for Poltergeist. I'm very physically bulky, but that still does a good amount. This might just be an AV set. Let me check with some damage here. Do I do need to keep this thing relatively bulky? Like, relatively healthy? Yeah, I should have maybe thought about that. But I got my Rock Salt. And unless it's defog on D-Knight, these rocks are staying for the rest of the game. I can just taunt this. This Protect Drop's really nice. We do the same thing as last week, and we're just taunting the Slowbro because we don't want it. We don't want it to recover. We don't want it to Trick Room, especially Trick Room here, and we don't want it to teleport. So we're keeping it honest. Yeah. I believe it's going to be a 2-hit KO at this point. So Mungus comes in here. Get a bit of chip. Attack drop would be nice. We do get it. And Mandy's actually a great switch into this. Because I can't be spored. I mean, I can't be put to sleep right now anyway. But I can't be spored. Useless Bomb come out. And getting rid of the item here is going to be really nice. Making this thing, you know, less good at being a tank is going to be good. So. Yeah, losing my Lando early like that was really sucks. D-Knight comes in, and we get rid of the boots on it, which is really nice. I should be able to take a hit and U-turn. Ooh, it's slow. It's a slow D-Knight. My Finny's gonna be faster than it then. Yes, it's slow D-Knight with defog. So I guess Hazards aren't staying up for the rest of the game. And I can go for an Ice Beam here, because this covers the Amoonguss switching as well. Okay, well, it doesn't really cover it well. So there's no hazards for the rest of the game. And that really didn't do a lot. Versus Amoonguss. 32 to 38. I did 29. Max HP. That would line up. What if it was calm? High roll on calm max per def, but also could just be like 100 points, something like that. So it could be mixed defense with calm, or it could just be something else. I'm not quite sure. But Mandy's a great switch every time. Like, it's not going to be able to really do anything to Mandibuzz. And we literally can just sit here. And I will use Knockoff every day of the week. I've got Roost. I don't know if he's got Synthesis. And we can sit here for as long as we need to. Slowbro comes in. We get rid of his item. We get rid of Lefties. Which is nice. We get to U-turn out. We go into Finny. We could go into Pult here. What's he going to Pult with? Maybe Dusknoir for the sneak? It might be AV Dusknoir. I really don't want to risk things otherwise. I think Medi's too risky to go for here. It might slack off, but it might also teleport. If its teleport is really bad for us... I think I need to try and push for some offense here. It's Trick Room. I should have expected such. Alright, we go straight into Finny. Straight into Finny. I don't think it's Finny, actually. It's probably Mandy. Because if there's going to be a switch anywhere... Okay, yeah, Dusknoir comes in. I'm glad I made this switch then. Because the worst thing it's going to do is Ice Punch me. And let me just see. So, Dusknoir... Max attack, Animant. We're looking at Ice Punch. Against my Mandibuzz. That's never killing me. So I'm gonna knock it off. In comes D-Knight. That's what the slow D-Knight's for. So we know he's a slow D-Knight and will hit me first, so I can just Roost. Ooh, okay. So Roost, Defog. So he's just a defensive D-Knight. And I actually get switch advantage here. Toxic. Okay. But now I get to bring in Pult. And if I'm right... well, let's have a look. Because this is a bulky D-Knight. So let's have a look at, like, max HP, max SPDF. Just in case. Calm versus my Dragapult. At 98% health, so multi-scale is broken. That's got a good chance, actually. I'm just going to go for it. Even if this is max HP, max special defense, calm, this actually has a chance to KO. That's how good this is. As long as, you know, Draco wants to hit this time. His sets have been really unconventional. It's definitely thrown me off. Yeah, so we're killing this Dragonite now. It's not going to hurt me anymore. They definitely couldn't risk, like, a lot of things there. Helios doesn't get really coverage to hit me. So I could just U-turn on it. I could U-turn on most things, actually. I'm gonna calc Slowbro now. Slowbro. Shower Ball's not gonna kill. Null over -2. Yeah, no way. Frank finds my life orb. I don't really want to stay in on this anyway. Ah, okay. It calls me there. But I'm gonna make him... I think I'm gonna make him give me switch advantage here. He just goes for it? I think that's specs. I don't think that kills otherwise. Heliolisk versus Mandibuzz. I know I'm not the... That specs every day of the week. Which means... is my Pult killing it? Pult's killing that every day of the week. Do I make the offensive play or the defensive play? Defensive play is just good at Florges. I mean, Medicham's not going to do it. So, if it's Dry Skin as well... The Dry Skin's just not doing it. I'm just going to Draco with Pult. Nothing wants to take this. Not even, I think, AV Dusknoir. Which I think it is. This guarantees dies. Unless it's got bulk for some reason, which, I mean, it's specs. I know your specs. Because you cannot do that kind of damage otherwise. Yeah, so you down you go. Melmetal comes in. And Melmetal's going to be tricky. I don't believe it gets any priority, so any chip on this thing is going to be nice, even if it's 5%. Double Iron Bash. It hurts so much, dude. Melmetal's insane. And I just have to go for a Surf for damage. Any damage on this thing is good. Any damage on this thing is good. A miss with Double Iron Bash would be great for me. Medi was never going to kill this, and it was just going to die in response. Medi was not good here. Medi should have just been Zone. If Medi was Zone, it'd be so much better here. But, like, it just can't get anything done. It just doesn't have the damage. I maybe should have just gone into... no, I couldn't switch into Medi there. I believe I need... Well, I don't know if it's AV. So I should get my Finny set up now. Versus Melmetal. Just look at max HP. Surf should be doing 28 to 34. And it did 27. So I think that is going to be AV, or at least some special defense investment. Which means my pull is not killing that. I don't think. Because, it could. It's not that specially bulky, so I think a Flamethrower could do it. What about Medi? What? Medi destroys this thing. But it's switching to Dusknoir. Dusknoir's still at 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pult. I'm gonna Flamethrower. Even if Slowbro comes in, like, it's not that bad. And if they go into Dusknoir, I'm just gonna go into Florges. I have to. Florges is my last defensive piece alive. It may be obvious, and I don't think I played this well. No, I think I've played this okay, but I don't think I've been predicting a lot of things well. They've caught me off guard with a few things. Like the defensive D-Knight. The Like, Trick Room I could have expected, but, like, they didn't even get that much out of Trick Room, not gonna lie. But the defensive D-Knight, I wasn't expecting. I should have carried Aromatherapy. If I did, this game might have been a lot different. And also just not letting it get Metal Metal. Just do what it's doing. Which is kind of tearing me apart. Which I kind of expected it was going to, but yeah. I can't realistically go for High Jump Kick when there's a Dusknoir around. This Dusknoir's, like, kind of been a problem. That was just because I didn't respect it, and then it just kind of, it bopped my Lando, and Lando was an easy way out to just Melmetal. Although it wasn't as defensive as I'd like to be. Like, Melmetal just kind of bops my team. So, yeah. I think they've played this well. I'm not going to be mad at this loss. Maybe I could pull it back. It goes into a Moongus. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's especially defensive Moongus. Oh, wait. Misty Terrain's up. I'm not scared of you. Yeah, Misty Terrain's up. I'm not scared of you. What are you going to do to me? You can't status me. At this point, I'm just going for a decent differential, because I know I'm not winning this, but it's like the better differential I can get, the easier it is going to be to get into playoffs. Like, I know it's a bad way to think, but yeah. I mean, if I Shadow Ball this, it's gonna, like, Shadow Ball plus Flamethrower should take that out, so yeah. I don't care. Shadow Ball plus Flamethrower is taking you out. It's not. Which means it just does get to Spore me. Unless I go for a Draco, which Draco would kill. Because it's, like 30 base power stronger. It is not enough to kill, because Moose is done. We're keeping you around for sleep fodder. Well done, Paul. You've successfully accomplished the title of sleep fodder. In comes Bro. I do at least have something to hit the Bro. If I was Zen Headbutt, I wouldn't. Yeah, Trick Room goes up. The thing is, they can't switch in Melmetal. Well, they can. I think Dusknoir is probably the safe switch, though. Do I make a read on the Melmetal switch? Or they might just let, like, Slowbro go down. Because they don't need it at this point. But they also just might conserve it. I'm not sure what they want to do here. Switching to Florges seems like the safe play. If they go to Dusknoir, then it's fine. If they go to Melmetal, obviously we just, like, lose on the spot. But if I high jump kick, Melmetal comes in, then we're in really good shape. And if I mean, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna high jump kick. They stay in and teleport. That's the right play. Melmetal comes in. There was no reason for them not to teleport there, actually. I should have just T-punched. Unless they wanted to conserve the Slowbro. Yeah. No, I shouldn't have switched it to Florges. There was no... I mean, Florges was never surviving. I'm gonna preemptively have the GG ready. Now, Metal's insane. It's just like, I wasn't ready for a lot of the sets. Yeah. I wasn't ready for a lot of the sets. I didn't put in the prep this week, and I just didn't think I had a lot of answers to Melmetal. If Melmetal got onto the field safely, it was gonna deal damage, and I didn't have a lot of great ways to deal with it. Especially because it gets Earthquake as well. The best answer I realistically had was Fortress. And I could have swapped something out for Fortress, but I felt like Rocks was so good here. And instead, every time I tried to play the game, it felt like I was shut down very quickly. So, like, the Lando... Like, I should have seen Ice Punch coming. I was expecting Will-O-Wisp. I was fully expecting Will-O-Wisp. I should have scouted more... Because I just tried to play aggressive. I tried to play aggressive, and it just was, like, not working, so... So, yeah. Sorry about that one, but losses happen. I wasn't ready this week, and I think E-Log is a pretty good player, so... Yeah, that's fair enough. So what, that puts us back down to a +5 differential overall, and we're 3-2. Which isn't bad, we can definitely still make playoffs with that. So, yeah. A little disappointing, obviously I never really like to lose, and I'm not going to dwell on this one too much. I definitely could have done things right. But I think I tried to play a little too aggressive in this one. I tried to play aggressive with a team that wasn't aggressive. I should have focused on my defense more. Like, switching to Finny turn 1 would have been the right play. Because that would have covered so many options. It would have covered the Willow, it would have covered the Ghost move, it would have covered Ice Punch, it would have covered so many options. And yeah, I think also my team building is starting to become a little predictable. Obviously people are ready for Pult, that's fine, but I feel like people are just getting ready for my defensive playstyle, so I need to make sure I switch it up a bit. But yeah, that'll do it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So take it easy, everyone.